I've been trying to figure out how to put this all together. How to frame it in a way that can be felt without pretending it can ever be fully understood through one person's perspective. What I experience in El Paso sits inside a much larger political reality, shaped by history, policy, and the lives of people who move through it every day. This is not an attempt to tell the full story or to speak for everyone who lives within it. It is a documentation of what I witnessed, what I felt, and the questions I came home carrying. The pieces may not fit all together neatly, but there is a story hidden within these parts, and a lesson to be learned.
I've been going through a bit of a ringer, I won't lie. Felt like a lot recently, but into El Paso, Texas. Gonna try to document as much as possible, but like this beginning part, absolutely none in terms of the first part of the trip. Like, I'm exhausted. And yeah, got a lot of sleep to catch up on. So, to the days going forward. So, see you guys along the way.
We traveled in pursuit of service and in pursuit of learning the realities faced by many people who call the Borderlands home. We pushed through night-long drives, mornings with no better view than the open road, and downloaded movies playing on our phones. The journey took us from gas station to gas station, through towns so small they felt suspended in time. Places where aliens could become the town mascot, and no one thought twice about it. We crossed landscapes that seemed endless, then suddenly intimate.
What you saying, Eli? Huh? What you saying for the vlog, man? For the vlog, how you been doing? Brandon, how you doing?
That's good, gang.
You good? Taylor?
Road work ahead? Yeah, I sure hope it does.
Yeah. How y'all guys doing in the back? Munching on some cheese. Y'all, how we doing? How we doing?
Guys.
Gorges towered our routes towards Amogodo, and white sands welcomed our stay.
Thank you.
There was a kind of relief that came with the sun. Coming from a blue, snow-covered season into warmth stretched across the land, I felt something soften. And in a moment that quite literally blew me away, the sense of community found its place.
Remember, feet up.
Watching the sun set behind a mountain of white became a reminder that beauty lives in the moments we don't rush to pass and should never take for granted. Following that high, the reality of the journey came into sight. A fence rising highway height, planted into concrete for miles. Separation made something painfully clear. Only some of the United States is meant to belong over here.
Why do we build the wall? We build the wall to keep us free. That's why we build the wall. We build the wall to keep us free.
How does the wall keep us free? My children, how does the wall keep us free?
Border Patrol passed by like taxis in New York. Language became the river that moved through barriers. Faith became a light that continued to shine throughout District 8. And suddenly, the landscape was no longer just scenery. It was policy, history, a division made physical. Each part of the city held its own story. women's working rights near the south, community centers feeding those who come and go, phones ringing in council rooms down by City Hall, the silence of courthouses, where today may mark an ending and tomorrow holds no guarantee of freedom. A child cries, and in that sound, the illusion breaks. The illusion that all who stand under the law are protected equally. In this place, where so many of the South's stories are shaped, conflicting perspectives live side by side. A family pro-war with the border as their backyard shared that some nights there were footsteps on their roof waking their child. People hiding beneath their car before moving on. An ex-Border Patrol agent now sits in protection of the very agencies sheltering vulnerable people, having seen the misuse of a system he once helped uphold. The border did not present itself to me as one clean truth. It revealed itself instead through contradiction, fear, care, survival, order, and humanity all colliding at once. Since returning, I found myself coming back again and again to the story of one mother who sacrificed everything for the chance that her children might live with some sense of peace. 7 months, 3 countries, by foot, by car, by any means necessary. The journey was funded by selling sweets on the streets. Years after arriving, the promise of the American land had already taken its share. Her husband deported. Her children left playing with the next wave of community service volunteers. And still, she spoke with hope. Even as her eyes filled, even as pain moved throughout the room, she still spoke with hope. To the land of the angels, to those who rise each day and continue loving through chaos with courage in their hearts inside a political minefield. To those who keep feeding, guiding, protecting, translating, waiting and hoping. To those whose humanity persists even when systems fail to recognize it. As we re-enter our own lives, I found that even the simplest act of contacting home to say I'd arrived back safely carried a heavier weight. Unread messages no longer felt like small routines, but proof of access. Proof that I could still reach the people I love. I had only experienced a glimpse of discomfort, and yet that glimpse made something painfully clear. There are people being denied one of the most essential human needs: connection. So this journey has left me not with answers, but with an invitation. An invitation to look closer at the world around me. For us to seek out the stories that exist beyond our own comfort. To be more present in the lives of others. And to recognize that impact does not always begin with a grand action, but with attention, with listening, with choosing not to look away. I did not come back with the full story, but I came back changed by having witnessed even a fraction of it. I hope this work does not ask you simply to watch, but to wonder, to reach and to remain open to the lives unfolding beside your own.